Hi, and welcome to this Truman Tech Break on Truman's virtual desktop and how that might be important to you as a faculty or staff member and perhaps even as a student. So let's talk about that for a minute before we actually visit the virtual desktop environment and how you might actually use that, what types of scenarios you might use that in. Truman's virtual desktop environment is available to give you access to the same software and resources that you would find in Truman's public computers in our computer labs and classrooms from your personal computers. So even if you live on or off campus. So what scenarios might that be advantageous for you? So for example, if you are away at a conference perhaps, and you would like to access a PowerPoint or just the PowerPoint software, perhaps, and you are using an iPad. That might be a time where you would want access to your virtual desktop. Another scenario might be you're at home and you're needing to write a report and you don't have Microsoft Office software at home. You would be able to log into Truman's virtual desktop and use the software that's available in the labs to write a report, even if you don't have Microsoft Office on your home computer. Also, perhaps maybe you would need to make a financial report for an organization here on campus and would like access to some of the applications available in our labs. You would be able to do that as well using our virtual desktop. Maybe you're a student and you're in the dorm room and you're preparing a lesson, and maybe your instructor has asked you to use a specialized piece of software that is available in our labs. Instead of leaving your dorm room and having to go to the lab, you could also log in through the virtual desktop, as well as if you lived in an apartment off campus. So all of those things are available to you through our virtual desktop. To connect to that, you would go to view.truman.edu, and you can see I've typed that here in the field up above. So I am just going to go there. And this is the window you typically see when you log into view.truman.edu that begins the process of taking you to our virtual desktop. You would really want to log in most cases with this HTML access. This installing the View client puts a more permanent way to view it directly on your machine. Most people in most instances are just as successful using this HTML access, which is what I'm going to do right now. And then you would log in with your Truman login credentials. Normally for most people when this window pops up, you will just see this virtual desktop. Now I do a lot of testing, so I also have a development one. So you will not have this. So you'll have this Windows 7 virtual desktop. You'll be able to click in here. And here comes the virtual desktop environment. Now, for those of you that teach in the classroom, you'll notice pretty quickly that your classroom console, when you log in there, will look almost identical to what you see when you log into your virtual desktop. That is because these are all mapped to your Y drive. So anything that you save on your desktop through this virtual environment will then also be something that you will see on your desktop at the teaching console. So that could be advantageous if you're preparing, say, a PowerPoint or using an application to prepare something for class. Same for anybody else preparing a presentation, maybe to give at a staff meeting, or if you're a student preparing to give a presentation. If you save it to the desktop, or if you save it to My Documents, it will automatically be saved in your Y drive. If you don't save it one of those two places, there is no guarantee that it will be saved. So keep that in mind. We definitely recommend saving to either My Documents, or if you want immediate access when you log in anywhere on your desktop, save it to your desktop. So now you can see I'm in this virtual environment, and my screen is just what I see when I log into any of the teaching consoles across campus. So I have access to some of my other files. But if I wanted to, I could pull up some of the applications. And if I am teaching in a particular one that comes to mind that I hear a lot of people talk about might be this SPSS. So if I needed access to that off campus or away from a lab, then I would be able to do that by going through this virtual environment. So you can kind of see the variety of applications that I would have access to by going through view.truman.edu. And of course, one thing that people use very frequently is the Microsoft Office. So again, if I am off campus, I can go in here and I can pick those particular programs and use what I want to create things and save them directly to my desktop or my documents. Then when I'm done and I'm ready to log off, I simply go to the bottom and I log off, which will close that window. And then again, I will log off of the virtual desktop here. And it may take just a second. And then finally, once that's done, then I'm able to do the final log out up here in this upper right-hand corner. And so we'll just click log out. And that is essentially how you log into Truman's virtual desktop environment. And again, you can do that either on or off campus. You do not need a VPN connection if you're off campus to be able to access this, which makes it extremely nice. The connection is nice and fast, and you have access to things that perhaps you don't have access to normally at home. So we hope that you will find this helpful and useful as you work on different projects here at Truman State University. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you in the near future.